Waiting for it to load up. Lovely. I don't have any preview. I don't have a preview. This shout out real quick. Okay, before we dive into the topics, and there's a plethora of them, I got some things I need to get off my chest about Rumble. um, First and foremost, your staff actually does need to do a better job at site moderation and have moderation tools for the streamers available, especially for the moderators of the channels that they represent. In the event that people, come under target of grounds of harassment, and I can speak to experience on that. Second, this shit right here, that is a pay to win mechanic for them. And your proprietary shit, the Rumble Studio, is god awful. I'm not gonna sit there and try to fucking mold what I've been doing for the past, 10 fucking years to appease y'all's bitch ass. It's apparent you don't care about everybody on the platform, like Chris Pavlov has said, or a couple other partners on your platform say. But proofs of the pudding. If we as creators are seeing onesies and twosies on viewership, and y'all are throttling our viewership and being able to be suppressed within the category, especially your gaming area, which, let's be honest, ever since Dr. Disrespecto Pedophile came over, it's suffered. And I don't need to pull the statistics up. I can easily just go to the main site itself and show, because your entire platform is based on two fucking things: news and politics and drama. That's it. Your music category is damn near obsolete. Your gaming category is fucking struggling. Your just chatting area is struggling. And y'all want to try to take over YouTube. Whereas YouTube, you just need to hit the certain metrics in order to be monetized, and then further on that to be YouTube partner. Which do you take? I mean, yeah, you're kind of restricted on what you can say on YouTube, but I would rather take the restrictions, knowing first and foremost I can easily message them on Twitter/X and get a actual response, as well as know what I need to do without paying for a premium subscription, and see my analytics in real fucking time. Whereas I have to wait until everything factors out in order to see it, because I don't have a premium membership. If you do, you can see it in real time. So, Rumble, make your creator program open to everybody. Now, let's dive into the bullshit, shall we? Twitch has been openly banning companies and blocking the blocking the view botters and everything else that's been going on. And XQC, gentlemen, that is a very lucrative contract over on Kick, that's called out the bigger streamers and stuff like this. And you can see it verbatim. Twitch has cracked down on bots in the 2 to 3 days, and viewbotters / victims of viewbotting have been exposed. Streamers that are part of groups / orgs are seemingly being botted much more heavily. I don't want to start witch hunts, but the data is interesting. Go see for yourself. And you can see right there the last two compared to everything else. This item right here, August 22nd, which was Friday, for 4.5 hours, sub 10K. But you see everything else here above 15. I guarantee you 90% of the viewers on whichever channel he's showing or his own analytics on Twitch were botted. And the one thing that I'm waiting to see, and I hope happens, is Twitch revoking partnerships to the partners that botted their way. I personally want to see a lot of check marks get stripped away. Will it happen? I don't know. But here we go with Yoxic from XQC. XQC believes Lacey, fucking lazy ass some bitch who's never worked a job in his life. Your Rage and Neon are all botting viewers on Twitch, and after seeing a large fluctuation of viewers recently when he called out group / org streams botting. Now, y'all gotta understand the man talks extremely fast. Listen to what he has to say.
Object Lacey. Let me
you can see that stream, you can see the metrics very easy right here. This man's been doing streaming longer than I have too.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm catching a pattern.
XQC.
Hold on. I was thinking the tweets could.
He had to mute the fucking alert because he's about to call this out right here, and I think the channel, no, the one the channel
schizo, but could also be true. And I gotta say, okay, now we have two people that the last 2 / 3 days are bad. So maybe the bot stuff from Twitch actually end up being more true like now, unless we have to find more people. Your Rage.
Show the graph. The graph shows big time.
Jesus Christ.
Just look at that.
Fuck.
You can see the average views right here. 99.42, 71.63. Oh, where's the difference in like 16,000 viewers right here? Oh, but his max view is even worse. Between the 19th and 21st, 31,000, 7,000. That's just bad.
Okay.
They know they're botting. They're getting away with it. And you can see the graph right here. You mean to tell me 20K right off the bat from when you start? Motherfucker, Lupo doesn't even hit 1K within the first 5 minutes. Hold on, let me make sure. Discord in here as well. Like that one. I mean, like, what are y'all seeing? Who do y'all watch that is a very large partner that has roughshod around 1,500 to 3K on average, where they don't even hit that 1K mark within the first 5-10 minutes? Lupo's the first one that I come to, like that comes to mind. Summit, Shroud, 2 others, and I know they're pretty open and honest about a lot of stuff, especially Summit. Like, you can go to his channel whenever he's live, and his chat's fucking flying. Same thing with Queso and XQC. Like, the heavy hitters now, they 100% believe in real analytics. What do y'all see?
Asmongold.
Asmund, I would argue he does try his damnedest to keep everything as pure as possible, but with some of the shit that happens, it some of the shit that's happened between him and fucking bitch boy Hassan, it's only fluctuated because of that, because everybody wants that knee jerk reaction between the two. Like you'll have the haters of Asmund come over from Hassan's stream and vice versa to fluctuate the views. So I can see that and understand that.
Well, not just Asmund, but also Tectone as well.
I don't know much on Tectone, but I've heard he's a pretty good dude.
Yeah, the only one I actually really watch off of Twitch is pretty much is Wellen.
Never heard of them. I've gone by Philion stream, and it's a lot of emote spam sometimes, but typically they're pretty solid too.
Yeah, Wellen is a Rust streamer.
You know what? I got Twitch open on
I
another
was
tab
gonna
real
say
quick.
Biggie, but he doesn't do Twitch anymore.
Who?
Biggie.
No, he's over on Kick. Pestily is another one. Grenadier Jake's another one. Glad. Swetsicle. Who else do I know that's partner? Z. Divatopia.
H. June.
Yeah, we know
Twarog
Divatopia
68.
since ago.
Twarog 68. Young Khan. Like these are partners that are true to their core when it comes to authentic viewers. Not sitting here, botting their way to victory like we know some others do. And I'm not gonna name names. That'll be for a whole nother aspect. But I mean, don't take my word for it. I mean, there other people are calling this shit out. Like RK Stacks, who's with Regiment. He's, I believe, specifically on Kick. Yes.
Holy shit, this chat's moving fast. I can't even read my chat. Yo, look at this.
A lot of these
It's
people
all
I've
emails.
never.
Like Lacey just said, he goes live on Kick and was shocked how much faster chat was than his Twitch streams. That's because they're all fucking emote spam, dude.
Fuck!
I'm not seeing.
Listen,
Well, all right, I'm seeing a couple
I don't
messages.
care if I'm on Kick. This chat is gonna be positive, okay? This chat's gonna be positive. I'm just on this till Twitch fixes whatever's going on, bruh. Holy.
I'm just on Kick until Twitch fixes whatever they got going on, bro. Meaning you're only waiting for Twitch to kind of pull away the curtain on the botting situation, ease up on it, and everything else. It's the same dude that literally put on his most recent subathon 1 second per sub and ended after 15 minutes. The same dude. Go ahead.
He's waiting. He's waiting for them to pull the weasel out of their ass.
Pretty much. And I guarantee you, whenever everything gets addressed and all the other stuff happens, and it goes live to Twitch, how come I only have like 2,000 people whenever I used to average 15K, bro? What happened? Oh, my ad revenue sucks. I gotta go get it out of 5. Good. Go actually work for once in your fucking life. Like a lot of us. And before anybody comes at me, I served my country for 9 fucking years. And I did odd jobs until my back and body couldn't take it anymore. I won't fucking hear it. I'm also going back to school to get a certificate at a graduate level. Then I'm going to go get a bachelor's degree in education and go be a fucking teacher. Fuck you for anybody who wants to hate on me. I'm doing my part. If you're not doing yours, fuck off. That's the ultimate plan. Yeah, it does mean that I'm going to have to kind of ease up on streaming until everything gets, leveled out. But aside from that, at least I have a fucking plan. It's not that complex.
I am seriously wanting to do my own show, but for some reason it's just something inside of me is telling me don't even bother. and let me tell you though, there's a lot of stuff out there that's going on, and right now the right needs a lot of voices that need to be out there.
Yeah. Oh man, I mean, like I tell everybody this whenever they want to do something within live streaming or the creation world, take the risk, do it. Like I took a chance with doing the podcast, and I've been enjoying doing it. I mean, yeah, it does mean that I'm kind of going 7 days a week with creating content, but did that shit before. But this dude, he's not worked as long as I know. He's only gotten famous off of being on in front of a camera. Same thing with Hassan as the Young Turks. Fucking Asmongold I believe, got famous off of WoW, and this dude understands what real work ethic is. Case O will tell you straightforward. He used to work 2 jobs just to meet ends meet. Certain streamers that are where they are now are beyond grateful that they are where they are now because of the community that they built, and they understand this is easy comparative to a 9-to-5. I'm sorry, you can't convince me that you can do a 9-to-5, have the mental capacity to come by and stream for 8 hours. You can't. You fucking can't. Spanish Ronaldo exposes his old management of trying to fake viewers on viewership to gain a max kick deal.
Those were a thing for years, by the way. For people who think that there isn't bots for years, I've had old management. Yes,
just a little bit of a change there.
Old management that people don't even know
heard
about.
the law that's being passed around now.
Which one?
About streamers, how they need to be how they need to be registered with the government now.
No, and it's depending on each country's laws and what the TOS says on each.
Yeah,
platform.
it's actually in full force right now in the UK, and Canada now has now started passing the law.
I mean, I agree that there needs to be a better age restriction on streaming, but if you're going to force grown-ass adults who provide their information to the government for tax refund purposes, which, by the way, taxation is theft. Yeah, no, I'm going to push back on that. If you're going to come after me, a 37-year-old male who served 9 years of his fucking life to the country that he resides in, just to provide documentation where on my W-9 that I have to fill out in order to file for taxes, it has my personal information, and you're going to say, oh, here's your driver's license. I have an issue with that because of data stealing, data mining, and identity theft.
Yeah, it wasn't until recently, though, that the government has started forcing people who are streaming to actually get pay taxes on it.
Well, if you're paying taxes after hitting a certain threshold, then that's a completely separate topic in its own right. You have to provide some identification in order to claim or file for taxes. There's just no way around it. I mean, unless you're illegal, but.
Who are like, yo, Ron,
here's
if you go to
Ronaldo.
Kick right now,
your
we will buy
country
your
has a
numbers
lot of
on
those.
Twitch so you can get a steak
Oh,
deal.
yeah.
So that when you go to Kick, we'll also buy
There's
your numbers.
a topic on that one here later.
I'm
Trust
exposing
me.
it right now. I'm exposing it right now.
Some mall in California.
That's what I got told, by the way.
By the way, this is why I never eat with the camera on. This just is disrespectful.
I got told. I was supposed to take an offer.
Because let's say somebody who's going through Ramadan or through a fasting within their culture or religion, and they're watching him, that is fucking disrespectful. And I, to this fucking day, have the utmost respect to Ninja, the big guy, Ninja, for eating on camera, recognizing it was on, turn it off and said, those going through Ramadan, I do apologize. That it will always be my biggest moment for him. Not taking the double contract payout where Microsoft was in breach and he could have sued him for more, but they paid him 70 mil because he got 35 on the first contract, 35 on the second contract. So, but the biggest take that I've ever seen from Ninja is whenever he knew his camera was on, ate, and then instantly turned the camera off and apologized to those going through Ramadan. This is
I'm not gonna say
my
when.
biggest pet peeve right here.
I'm not gonna say how much. But it said
That's
that
another thing I
this
wanted
was
to
like.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me
Uh,
do this. Let me do this. This way y'all can. Sorry, I forgot to have the screen up. So I got 2 people in my Discord. I'm opening it up for more, like for anybody who wants to join in whenever I do these episodes to get their takes.
Like right when shit kind of started, not really. They were
One
like,
thing I
we're
wanted
gonna
to ask
bot your
you
numbers
is
so that you have a little bit more
your
viewers.
take on the Middle Eastern religion and its tie to the United States laws.
What do you mean?
Like for instance, there's a lot of people who have come over to the United States from those Middle Eastern areas, and they would now want to enact Sharia law within your country.
It will never get passed.
No, I just wanted to know what your take on it is.
My take is it will never get passed because you have people who understand what Sharia law is and refuse to ever let it get there. And the moment that it tries to make its waves through the homes and cities throughout the U.S., you're going to have they will have awakened a beast known as the veteran population, and we will go and make a perfect and prime example of what it means to fuck around and find out. Because I'm going to tell you straightforward, if there was ever a notion of Sharia law passed over in my area, my wife and daughters would be put in jeopardy. And the last thing you ever want to do is put somebody's wife and kids in jeopardy. Because laws be damned. I will exterminate the threat. And no, that's not me being a fucking xenophobe or anything. That is me being what is known as a man protecting his family.
It's actually happening here in Canada.
I'm
There's
very well
actually a
aware.
whole lot of that going on.
I'm very well aware. And again, it's due to your government restricting your rights to own firearms. It's also restriction on just basic human rights as well. All right. Stable Ronaldo reveals his 2023 Twitch income where he was making less money per month than a 9-to-5 worker. His 24-hour stream in October is roughly more than half of what I get monthly from the VA.
October 1st, 2023 to October 23rd.
Hold on, let's take a look here. We're just gonna do the math on tier 1 subs real quick. That's not including ad revenue. That's not including gifts, anything like that. That's just right there. I would love just 40 subs.
Or 31st, 2023. Averaging 900 viewers. Streamed 1 day total. How much does a 9-to-5 person make? How much does a 9-to-5 person make? How much was that? Like, a month.
A 9-to-5 person, depending on their area. Let's go back and do some math again. And we'll do this. Average income per month. So the average income monthly for a 9-to-5 job in the U.S. is approximately $5,174 to $5,677, which translates to a median wage of $1,194 weekly. And yet he's bitching about doing something where he gets to do for whatever notion on being able to enjoy turning on a camera, turning on a stream, He's probably got a lot of, sponsorship deals and everything else.
A month. Minimum? Yeah, what's like the minimum? Like 3 to 4K. And how many hours do they stream?
A 9 to 5, and you're saying stream. Motherfucker, you're talking about people who could give a shit less about this industry if they're working a 9 to 5. Y'all agree?
I highly agree.
And and how long do they stream? If they have a 9 to 5, they're doing streaming as a hobby. Unless they have a large viewership and, people that are constantly subbing to them and everything else, they're doing it as a hobby. Like me, I'm in a completely different bracket than 99% of the entire industry. And I've said this openly on stream. I do this as a monetized hobby. Completely different than just what other people say. Okay. I have an issue with what Regiment is doing with trying to butter up Aiden Ross. Just listen, you'll understand.
Cheeser, we're going to be doing a stream to give back to veterans, like as a fundraiser. We're going to do it together, okay?
You were saying you were looking for an organization that to like donate to during that, right?
Yeah.
So remember that fucking org that we did the tournaments with, Regiment?
Yeah.
Why don't we just use them, dude? Like, I'm literally rocking the shirt right now.
No, I'm down. Let's do it.
Yeah, dude. All right, cool. I'll talk to the CEO. His name's Entourage. Fucking sick ass dude. I'll talk to him. We'll link up, get it cooking, bro. I promise you, this is gonna be one of the biggest streams of your year, bro.
Sergeant Jackson?
He's gonna come.
He's already coming, bro. Me and Sergeant are friends, bro.
Cheese, it'll hit. Go one stream, Cheese. It'll hit.
I did tell you.
You what, Joe?
I'll invite X2C. We'll invite everyone.
I have an issue with that. Because Aiden hasn't been known to honor a lot of his promises. Like, he just has. Like, he just hasn't. I'm sorry. There's certain ones that he's honored, and it's just, choosing which one he has. And I can't take him serious whenever he's like that. Like, he's just agreeing. I seriously can't. There's just no way. I mean, if he does, cool. But I just have a hard time believing that he will. He's also got a lucrative contract with Kick. He's openly called out the platform as well. He's called staff out for them enforcing their rules, terms, and TOS and stuff. But, I guess when you got, money, you think you're untouchable, right?
That reminds me. What is the best platform for all these people to be streaming off of, anyways?
It depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for quick cash, as much as I hate to fucking say it, Kick. If you're looking for openness and transparency to where you can voice whatever concerns you have, but there's still some restrictions to it, very, very minuscule. It's Rumble. If you are looking for actual viewer engagement, Twitch. And if you are wanting to hit an algorithm very, very good at just being extremely lucky, YouTube and TikTok. Okay. We're diving into another issue with Kick, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but yet again, I said this time and time and time and time and time and time and time again. People just don't fucking believe me. They don't fucking care about their creators. They only give a fuck about the money they bring them. They don't care about their health They don't care about their well-being. They don't give a shit about what's going on. What was it? A couple months ago or like a year ago, there was a shooting that was happening, and one of the Kick staff, fucking Santa Maria, asked the viewers to do his job for him. No, bitch, you were in charge. Your staff, you do your fucking job. And it was live streamed. If I was the parents, I'd be suing the shit out of Kick. This is an issue right here. I follow Joker. Me and him have exchanged DMs, and we've openly talked, and we both kind of are cut from the same cloth whenever it comes to things. They advertised Kick streaming merch using a photo of Jean Pormanov, and he was allegedly being tortured on a live stream. The post has since been taken down. This guy was being posted all over the Kick French page. Oh, and it gets worse. Taking an opportunity to quote with a few examples, but they really milked his balls to the bone with all due respect. You see how it says post is unavailable? Internet's forever. The reason why I say the internet's forever, France's government is investigating streamer John Pormanov's death and claim he was humiliated and mistreated for months on Kick streams. So you openly promote somebody who was dead on stream for hours, knowing that he was being abused, probably reached out and y'all didn't give a fuck. That sound familiar?
Gosh, I wonder who.
I don't know. Maybe somebody who had no other choice but to delete their account after, oh, I don't know, 8 solid months of straight harassment from the same motherfucker that made 96 accounts with Kick staff not wanting to do their fucking jobs. Now, don't get me wrong. I have thought about creating another account just to test and see what would happen. Because if it happens again, their arbitration clause will go out of the fucking window. And I will have my own stipulation attached to it. Not no fucking monetized contract or anything like that, but I will have my own stipulation attached to it as well, because I will hire a lawyer and modify them. And yes, I'm very well aware of how much money that would cost. And the clause would state in very, very fine print, should the user creating the account on Kick be harassed to the degree that they have to reach out to Kick support, and in the event that Kick support does not address the issue, the user is hereby awarded any dollar amount that they request. Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware. That's probably one of the names. But they can't, it's fine, because whenever I'm able to actually rebrand and change the name, I will own the name in its entirety. And if anybody decides to use the logo or the name, they will face a defamation lawsuit, and I will sue the ever-living shit out of them. That is stated here on the stream. August 24th, 2025 at 4:06 p.m. Central Standard Time. Fuck around. You're going to find out real quick. Moving on. Leon goes off in the chat for saying he doesn't do content with other streamers, saying he feels unwanted on Twitch after not getting invited to these streamer games. Every streamer on Twitch is at the streamer games, but me. Why didn't I get an invite? Maybe because you're a piece of shit that causes controversy, and Twitch don't want you there.
Guys talk about, I'm seeing the Twitter comment. They're like, yo, you gotta, it's crazy how you're streaming with all these celebrities over the streamers. you came to Twitch to not stream with any Twitch streamers. You're a loser, you're a loser, you're a loser, whatever it is. Yo, brother, they're doing a whole streamer games, right? Every streamer on Twitch is in the streamer games but me. Why
I mean, I wasn't invited. I'd give 2 shits less.
the fuck did I not get an invite, bro?
Because your attitude right there.
Can someone please tell me, bro? They don't want me. These motherfuckers don't want me here, bro. I'm telling you. Why did I not get an invite? You guys think it's me. It's not me. I'm down to do shit with anyone, bro. And this isn't a diss or anything. Ludwig, I fuck with you. You know, all these people, I fuck with you. I just, you know, I don't get, no one wants me to be a part of anything, bro. So I'm not going to force myself in, bro. Whoever wants to stream with me, let's do it, bro. I'm down. I'm with guys.
You're down, but I guarantee if somebody like me reached out to you, you'd say no. Don't fucking contradict yourself ahead of the game, dude. Listen here, kid. The reason why they don't want you is because you're past controversies. That's it. That's really it. It's fucking hysterical. And yeah, I'm taking care of all the streaming and game shit first before we dive into darker topics. Like, I mean, oh, it's hysterical to think that, you know, the streaming world revolves around him where it doesn't. It's just, he's just another cog in the machine. It's like if, you know, any platform I stream to just decided to say, hey, your channel's being terminated. We don't have to give you a reason why. I would argue for them to give me a reason why, but they don't have to give me a reason why. Just like nobody has to give you a reason why they didn't invite you. You think it's just a grown man being a child? I seriously think it is. Absolutely hysterical. I commented on this. Nova Court, and I sent her a message. I think I sent. Here we go. I was debating on posting this, but I'm very upset and tired of constantly remaining quiet. I was hate rated for 5 hours straight today on Kick. Immediately messaged Kick support and got constant automated responses for 5 hours. I had to leave my chat on sub-only mode for 5 hours while I was live. I then decided to multi-stream to Twitch to those who can't afford to subscribe so they can still interact. She's doing the correct thing. Within minutes, Kick staff came into my stream, wrote and pinned a message in my chat, and emailed me. 4 hours into me being botted and not being fixed, I am not the only one this is happening to, and I am seeing nothing be done. People's livelihoods are at risk. This is my job. It is yours to make sure I can work on your platform. People's children are being threatened by these attacks, but apparently my minutes of multi-streaming while forgetting to toggle is more important than the attacks on your creators. This was an account that was spamming that is a year old. How the fuck isn't that banned already? Becoming abundantly clear that you care very little about us. What an absolute slap in the face. I am heartbroken. What the fuck are y'all doing? And I've watched the entirety. I'm not going to play it. It's too fucking long. I said, and I quote, extremely disheartening to see that Kick doesn't intervene, especially when it's someone who's been there from the very start. Very sorry that you went through the botting and hate raid for 4+ hours. Continue to hold them accountable. There is a section in the TOS that a lot of people overlook, Section 11 arbitration clause. If they don't want to look out for the creators, partners, and platform and only care about the money, then they seriously need to have their feet held to the fire on this one. It's one thing for, you know, somebody to forget to hit the toggle on multi-stream and have their revenue cut in half. It's another for the platform to basically not fucking care. And now these other partners are finding out exactly what I went through. Where support just does not fucking care. They don't. All of that platform cares about is how much money you can bring them in. Because at the end of the fucking day, Kick was not ever created to be a gaming streaming platform. It was created for the notion of gambling. Yet streamers and creators try to break that notion, and they're failing. And if anybody within Kickstaff ever wants to, try to discredit that claim, I urge you to reach out to me. My DMs, email, and Discord are all open. Because the blowback that I send you ain't gonna be pretty. And everybody in my Discord knows very damn well I'm waiting for the fucking day somebody from Kick decides to nut the fuck up and challenge me on this aspect. As I have years of frustration waiting to unload. But, I mean, y'all have seen it. Time and time again. I can't recall too many positives. Can y'all?
Nope, and especially when it comes to the recent with the person who passed away in France, Mr. Eddie gave them 105 gift subs. So he was one of the top 5 that was in that stream.
Like I said, it seems they only care about how much money they can pull in from the creators, never their livelihoods. They don't fucking care. All right, Enders. Okay, we are going to here, go here, and I think it's okay. Battlefield 6 Catgirl stream was banned on Twitch. They've recently been unbanned. But here's the thing. They're claiming that they did everything legit. The people seem to have pointed out something a little bit more interesting.
Cheating. Obviously, there were a lot of people who are interacting with the discourse in bad faith, but I do think there's a subset of people who are just genuinely unsure. So, as somebody who's been around the AIM community for a couple of years now, made educational AIM content in the past, and is okay at games myself, let's break it down. The elephant in the room is the flick to the rock, but there's a few ideas behind this flick that we need to quickly talk about. First, we need to understand her playstyle. Riley plays 4 clips. Whenever she boots up a Battlefield game, the primary objective is getting clips to put in a video. This is something that a lot of mechanically really strong players like to do, but it is...
I would agree to the mechanically strong player aspect, but when you are instantly locking on, like through the rock, and there's somebody right there, and they're sitting there trying to say, there's a player you can see. Oh, yeah, you mean right there? That player on the rock right there, where they shot at? I'm sorry, that is an aimbot.
Wow, I flicked straight at that guy through the wall.
And they even said, I flicked straight at that guy through the wall. So there's a difference between flicking and you can see the dispersion between the like there's a little sway within the mouse. And I have the DPI at pretty high. Like you can see there's a small little sway whenever I'm sitting there moving it. What they are doing is an instant lock on. There's no sway, there's nothing. I'm sorry. That right there is an aimbot. So whether or not they want to sit there and have somebody...
different from playing optimally or playing to win. Playing for clips...
Somebody wants to have a video made about them to dispute them. You got former cheat devs. Hi, actual former cheat dev here. Riley is cheating. You're using a mouse sim aimbot. Their FOV settings is somewhere around 2 to 4. Minimum to no RCS reduction. Probably an external. Have a nice day. It breaks it down very, very simple. They're like, I don't give a shit on what your DPI settings are. I don't give a shit what your sensitivity settings are. If you instantly lock on from one to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other. I know people who play more hardcore tactical shooters and lock onto them in a very fast sense, but still manage to miss their shots and are not cheating.
Wow, I flicked straight at that guy through the wall.
And you can see this guy, like, they're shooting right here. They hit this one and instantly right there.
Wow, I flicked
Like, there's another person here. As soon as they kill him,
wow, I flicked straight
right
at
here,
that guy through the wall.
boom, instantly lock on. No, that's a fucking cheat right there. Honestly, why crossplay should have never been allowed. This man, Ash, is one of, if not the best fucking Battlefield small helo pilot that I've ever seen.
I never spent a cent on any cheat.
You use cheats for stream sniping purposes, but your gameplay is this good. So, but you still needed to get cheats?
I was literally bored.
But if you're this good, this is world record stuff. No one is this good. If you are this good, why did you need to buy cheats?
I did not need to buy cheats. I was bored. I literally did it to shit on some infantry streamers.
Of you showing people.
I literally did it to shit on some infantry streamers. What would y'all do if that was the reaction? Y'all that confronted a cheater. If they said that. Like, what would you tell them? I'd try to tell them just delete the game. If you're that bored, just get off the fucking game. Go play something else.
I would actually do the same thing.
Yeah. All right. I've mentioned Shroud before. This never gets old.
This I really don't like. You should not be able to use two primaries. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, puppy. Oh, we're good. We're totally fine.
Oh, what's that, Shroud? Shotgun to the
I don't
shotgun
like.
to the fucking AR? Come on, dude. Oh, brother. That's just me kind of trolling on him. All right. I agree with Darkness 249. Yeah, I don't think this is it, Chief.
Yeah.
All right, General Manager of Battlefield, Byron Bade, told industry analyst Michael Patcher that EA wants Battlefield to be an annual title within 5 to 6 years. Their goal is 3 studios making Battlefield on a 3-year basis so they can get to Battlefield annually. Patcher said it's going to take 5 or 6 years before they get 2 in a row, so we're not going to get there for a while, but that's their plan. They're going to try to go... go ahead.
I'm going to be honest that Battlefield 6 is kind of mid, in my opinion.
The beta was fun. I'll admit that. Like, the beta was really good with where it was. And honestly, I'll be getting it on launch on Steam. And I'm not even gonna talk about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare 2, or otherwise known as Black Ops 7, because it's literally Infinite Warfare 2. The trailer's so bad. It's bad. It's so bad it doesn't even warrant me mentioning it on stream or on this fucking podcast. That's how bad it is.
Okay, next topic.
All right. The issue with this is they're trying to go into the Call of Duty approach.
Byron Beebe. Good dude. Former Activision guy, worked at...
That explains the former Activision guy. Never mind. You know what real conservatives and many creators rumble love? Jesus Christ, excuse me, got super uncomfortable when Christ was mentioned. Say you would not want to meet Jesus Christ, and it's insane. All religions acknowledge Christ. Okay.
One person you would love to meet you haven't met.
Number one,
Like you'd be like, oh shit.
honestly, that person was, I guess, Felix, like PewDiePie. But when I met him, he was just chill. I didn't.
Dude, you
freak
had
out,
me in the
but-
first half.
Not this Felix.
But like, you don't have anyone specifically like a Michael Jordan or like a.
I would really. I mean, the people I'd really like to meet are like Steve Jobs or they're just dead.
Jesus.
Yeah. I don't know.
Jesus.
Yeah. I don't know.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't think that they were uncomfortable. It's just making small talk.
He's
So there's this thing called personal boundaries in space. You don't violate it. I just got hit up for a Destiny 2 raid. I'm busy at the moment. This is if I was Mr. Beast, I would literally have lost my fucking mind. But I acknowledge, I appreciate him and tell him off.
Here?
I don't know. He could be.
I think he's here.
You never know where he's at.
I know.
He's ever at once.
What if Airrack's in your shirt?
He's
Sorry, you don't like to get touched.
What is with you and touching me? No. Matthew, can you hold this for a second?
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
Aiden, I think it's time we set some boundaries.
Let's do it.
Okay. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Who just farted, bro?
Not me.
No, who did that?
He tried to fucking change the subject.
That was
Yeah,
you.
no.
Sorry.
You changed the subject.
That's you.
Hey, back over here.
I've been holding it the entire
Yeah,
time.
no, it's all good.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, boundaries. Yeah, go ahead.
You take your hands
Yeah.
and keep them away from me.
Okay. X, can I still touch you? Like always? Thanks, bro.
Okay.
Cool. Just not you, but him.
We good?
I'm not gonna touch you.
There we go.
See?
Yeah,
There you
let's go.
If you don't like people touching you and somebody continues to touch you, what's your reaction? Because I know what mine would be.
Punch them.
You'd have a broken jaw, some teeth missing. Stone, what about you?
I'm very temperamental when it comes to my area.
Yeah, like
I've been known to in the past to stomp a mud puddle in somebody's ass.
Yep. Like, don't get me wrong, I am not by nature a very violent man, but if violence should ever be chosen, not even hell would be able to stop me. Okay, Destiny sounds awesome until the new season comes out and you're prepping for contest Deep Stone Crypt Remastered.
It seems to like it's so hard to not look at Bungie and not look at the state of Destiny 2 right now and think like if they would have ended Destiny 2 a year ago when they finished their big 10-year story and dropped Destiny 3 and restart that thing, like that seems like a sure we're not game CEO, but that seems like a sure win.
What's even
crazier about that?
Once again, go ahead. No, you go ahead. You go ahead. I was gonna say Julia once again right on the money. All they had to do was Destiny 3.
Yeah.
That's all they had to do.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm not gonna play the entirety of it. Just within a minute, that is 100% correct. The player base would have been fine with it. You would have been able to introduce more stuff along the way. But no, you reset everybody at 200 power. No, I'm sorry, 10 power. And expect people to grind their nuts off to reach 450 with this new bullshit portal mechanic. And then when the next when the next stuff comes out, you're resetting everybody to 200. No, fuck that.
No thanks.
There's a specific reason why I do not load Destiny up weekly. I didn't even partake in Solstice this year. I'm probably not gonna I'm not gonna partake into other shit either because it's a fucking waste of my time.
Oh, sorry. I saw something that was funny.
All right. Now we dive into the political sphere. Zelensky has arrived at the White House ahead of other European leaders. Now, I have an issue with the crackhead. And yes, he's a fucking crackhead. Why is it you're the only one showing up in fucking jeans and a t-shirt to the White House? I would have, like, at least business casual. Not like
How are you, sir?
off the street.
How are you, sir?
Bro.
Okay. Thank you so much. Hi, good to see you. Great. How are you?
If I'm ever in a room with him, I'll be like, I'd just be looking him up and down. Like, you don't look like a world leader. You don't act like one. Sure as hell don't dress or appear like one. And all they have to do is launch an investigation into what he's been doing with his political opponents and follow the money. But Ukraine needs support, blah, 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 blah. Fuck that. I have not donated a single cent to the whole Ukrainian war. Not our problem. But yet people want to still make it our problem. We have enough issues at home, and y'all have enough issues in your country. Countries should focus on their issues first before helping others. Simple. That's how you fix real world problems. I mean, agree?
Oh yeah, you agree.
Yeah.
Fix your issues at home. Like, let's say I needed to fix my roof, right? I'm not going to go down the street and work on Bob's garage whenever I have shit going on at home first. Not going to happen. Okay. I'm almost certain hell has frozen over. Absolutely certain hell has 100% frozen fucking over. Hillary Clinton said that she would back Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize if he helps end Russia-Ukraine war. The same bitch that has had more people killed because they have secrets that can throw her ass in federal prison for the rest of her fucking life, or death by firing squad.
Trump were the architect of that, I'd nominate him for a Nobel Peace Prize.
We are on the precipice of a meeting between President Trump and President Putin in Alaska. Drawing on your experience as Secretary of State, if you were en route to Alaska, what would you be looking to get? What does an acceptable deal look like?
He is not meeting with a friend. He is meeting with an adversary, and an adversary who wants to see the destruction of the United States and the Western Alliance. But if he could bring about the end to this terrible war, where Putin is the aggressor, invading a neighbor country, trying to change the borders, if he could end it without putting Ukraine in a position where it had to concede its territory to the aggressor, had to, in a way, validate Putin's vision of greater Russia, but instead could really stand up to Putin to make it clear there must be a ceasefire, there will be no exchange of territory, and that over a period of time, Putin should be actually withdrawing from the territory he seized in order to demonstrate good faith efforts, let us say, not to threaten European security. If President Trump were the architect of that, I'd nominate him for a Nobel Peace Prize.
And I'm 100% like, I I see what I hear what she's saying. I understand what she said, and without conceding to see, the area seized and like not changing the borders and everything's fine. She said what she said. Same lady who allowed 2 Navy SEALs, a CIA operative, and a U.S. ambassador to die over in Benghazi said what she said.
She deserves to be in prison, really.
Oh, I 100% agree. She deserves to be hung for her crimes, especially what her what her foundation did to Haiti. Like, if she ever came to my neck of the woods and she reached out her hand to shake, I would spit down on the ground, like, back the fuck up. You do not have my respect.
I would spit in her hand.
There's a reason why I'd say I spit on the ground in front of her, because if I spit in her hand, that's considered a biological assault.
That's true.
Ground's a neutral party. All right. This number has actually gone up to 1.6 million signatures by today. This motherfucker deserves to be put on. He deserves to be put on trial for the death penalty because of what he did.
Guys, it looks like we might have a Carmelo Anthony Part 2 situation on our hands with this illegal Indian truck driver. In case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, this illegal immigrant Indian truck driver did an illegal U-turn, killed 3 Americans, and he wasn't even supposed to have a license. He failed all 3 driving tests that he took, couldn't even speak English. Somehow he was let on the road. There's absolutely no excuse for this behavior, and this guy didn't even have a hint of remorse on his face while he killed this American family. But guess how the Punjabi community feels about it? They have created an online change.org petition for this guy, and almost 400,000 Indians have signed on to this petition to try to lower this killer's sentence. You can go read the comments yourself on this petition, and they're all Indian names, all backing up this guy, saying it was an accident, saying they feel bad for him, saying that he shouldn't be treated like a murderer, blah blah blah, saying they support him. This is horrible. This is someone who killed an entire family by committing illegal activities. The change.org petition is literally signed Collective Punjabi Youth. So I'm not the one saying these are Indians. They are saying that this is an Indian supporting Indian situation. They're just supporting their co-ethnics no matter what they do. So yeah, this really reminds me of the whole Carmelo Anthony situation, because it's really just a wake-up call that pretty much every race except for white people is tribal. They all support their own. Whether it's good or bad, they're going to stick together. And maybe white people need to start taking some notes.
Aside from the whole white people thing, that's just somebody who committed a triple homicide by going from the outer lane, turning in a no U-turn area except for emergency vehicles only, and blocking the inside lane. And he probably did that where that vehicle had no fucking reaction time whatsoever at a very high rate of speed. If my grandmother were alive today, she would have found him and strangled his ass. My grandmother was a hotshot truck driver for 40 plus years. 40 plus years. Just no. And
Are you motherfucking kidding me?
Is that your car, Lane?
Oh.
And note what she's gathering. Evidence.
Elena, is that your car?
Yes, that's
I'm
my
gonna try
car.
to fucking refresh this real quick so I can pause it. Hit the fucking rear bumper, move the car about 5 feet out
Yes,
of the
that's my car.
out of the lane. She's parked, by the way.
No, thank God, thank God, thank God.
So are you with the truck? Okay. So.
And if you are ever hit by a truck, like a fucking 18-wheeler or semi, you get the following: the license plate of the truck, which she already did.
Maybe you guys can share information. Yeah.
The driver, the DOT information, the unit number, the company, and all decals, if anything. And that's exactly what she's doing. She can file a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against him and the company that he's operating from and where he got the license from. The fact that this dude hit a parked fucking car on a lot that big, I'm seriously starting to question where they're getting these licenses from and how well they understand the rules of the road, which certain signs are not that fucking hard to see. And I know here in the U.S. it's completely different up in Canada on signage and stuff because there's some similarities and some differences. But should not be happening. Here's the thing. If you do the crime, you do the time. If you break a law, you are, can you fill in the blank here? If you break a law, what happens?
You're an illegal and you get kicked out of the country?
You get arrested.
Ma'am, I need you to take a seat.
Why am I being arrested?
We told you.
He tried to. What do you mean? He tried to kill me. He tried to assassinate me.
Ma'am, please take a seat.
I am a woman.
I thought you were a screeching toddler.
Thank you.
You're touching me, even though I told you I'm a Muslim. You're still touching me.
Ma'am.
Okay.
I'm gonna buckle you up, okay?
Okay.
For safety. So can you sit back?
You're gonna pay for this, you know? Do not touch me. Do not come close to me.
Can you scoot this
Do
way a
not
little
come
bit?
close to me. You know I'm a Muslim.
Can you scoot this way a little bit,
You
please?
know I'm a Muslim. Islamophobia. You did it. You did your Islamophobia.
Can
You
you scoot
did
this
it,
way
and you
just a little
protected
bit?
your own white people.
Hold on.
You ordered it. You ordered it, and you protected your.
What's up?
I said whoever was using that camera can't use a camera for their life.
That is a body camera.
Yeah, but that's awfully close to
White
a
people.
person.
Okay, you know the Muhammad is gonna take it. You know the Muhammad is gonna take it. Assault, you liar. Thank you.
I'm gonna unbuckle you. We're gonna have you step back out. My female partner here is gonna do the search.
You know, one of you people tried to kill me, right, female? Why are you getting close to my breast? You just touched my breast with your chest.
Okay, step out, ma'am.
You
I'm
know
gonna
your
pat
own
you down.
people tried
Ma'am,
to kill
step
me,
out.
right? No?
Step out.
The same behavior, you never change?
Ma'am, step out.
You're
Turn
gonna pay
around.
for this.
Face the car.
You're gonna pay for what you did. There's no player in the game, and you know it. Do not humiliate me. Right? The
I'm
Muhammad?
doing my job.
The Muhammad? Right, you're gonna pay.
Credit to her for being reserved enough to not fucking snap.
Listen, do you have anything in your pockets? You attack me? No, it's a lawsuit. It's a lawsuit. Do you have anything in your pockets? You're Islamophobic. You protected your own white people. Know him very well that he tried to kill me. Yep, you know him very well that he tried to kill me. Spread your feet apart. Islamophobic. Don't get in my... Do not touch my privacy. Do not touch my private. Right? I am a Muslim. Islamophobic. I am a Muslim. Okay, have a seat. You do
Credit to her for not absolutely going ballistic.
Angel, yeah.
Does she have her wallet on her?
You understand my language.
Don't get me wrong.
Or is it in the car?
It's things like this that's going to cause the government to have to ship all of these people, as whether they're innocent or not, out of your country.
Yeah, no, it is. Here's the funny thing.
You're not supposed to do this.
Hey, where's your wallet at? Or your ID, your purse?
What are you doing? Where is your ID at? Is it in your car? You're not supposed to do this. Where is your ID at? I am not giving you any of my information. What are you doing? I'm under duress. I am under duress. You are under arrest. No, yeah, under arrest, under duress. Okay. Right. I am being forced.
Hey, is her wallet in the car? Her purse? Just her ID?
When you're placed under arrest, they have every right to go get your information.
Right. I did absolutely nothing.
My guess is she committed some type of infraction which escalated to where she assaulted the officer. And then got placed in cuffs. That's my guess. And she wanted to play the whole I am a woman, I am a Muslim race bait card. Fuck that. That's whenever they called for a female officer to do the pat down. She can't claim a goddamn thing at that point.
Don't get me wrong, but a lot of the like, I'm not against other ethnics or anything like that.
Yeah.
But if you look at it closely, a lot of the black communities getting exactly the same.
It's not necessarily culture or ethnicity. It is what was it? The Hodge twins. The Hodge twins mentioned this. I think it was. I think it was their genetics, if anything, like passed down from hatred to hatred to hatred.
Yeah.
Like, I'll respect everybody, equally until somebody shows that disrespect, and then I'll ask, yo, what's the notion of the disrespect? If they can't answer, then I'm not gonna give them their fucking time of day. I don't care who you are, white, black, brown, purple, green, yellow, blue. Don't fucking care. All right. The Palisade fires. Those that live there.
Did you see Gavin Newsom's new legislation that's pretty much going to force everyone in the Palisades to sell their home to the government? Yeah, they just instituted new rules that said if you're going to rebuild your home after it burnt down from the Palisades wildfire, and if the expenditure on rebuilding that home is more than 50% of the prior property value, which is, let's just be real, fucking everyone, that now you need to raise the entire property structure of the home 3 to 4 feet to meet new flood requirements. Yeah, because the problem in the Palisades is too much water. If you're unaware, raising your entire property structure 3 to 4 feet in the Palisades, you're talking tens of millions of dollars per home, tens of millions of dollars per home. Oh, and not only will it cost tens of millions of dollars, but for each property, it's going to add years to the rebuild. Oh, and if you can't afford to do that, you can't rebuild. You're not allowed to rebuild your home unless you have a few extra tens of millions to be able to raise the property structure. So what would be your alternatives? Well, you could sell it privately. By the way, they just instituted new rules that are delaying people trying to privately sell their homes in the Palisades. However, you could...
Which, to clarify, that is actually against National Association of Realtors bylaws. The states cannot force homeowners to circumvent rules. And here in Texas, all we gotta, like, if they tried doing the same thing, what the Texas Association of Realtors would say, tar, good luck trying to enforce that.
Sell to the government, and they will expedite your sale. So if you're in the Palisades and your home burnt down, and when you go to rebuild, if the costs are more than 50% of what the house was worth before, which again, I will say is fucking everyone, unless you're building a fucking shack where a mansion used to be, you either need to spend tens of millions of dollars and wait years more, or you can wait years to sell privately, or you can have an expedited sale to the government. Yeah, you guys are never getting your homes back.
There is one way of getting your homes back. Ask to look at the floodplain area. If I'm not mistaken, the Palisades don't have a floodplain. It has a brush issue with fires. What's the biggest issues that y'all face natural disaster-wise over in y'all's area?
Tornadoes.
I was just about to say tornadoes. We get them here. We don't get earthquakes or anything like that lately either. So
We do get forest fires here, though.
Okay, forest fires, tornadoes, nothing like on what I deal with my area, which is flooding.
We do get flooding too.
Okay. See, the flooding I can understand,
We're
like
by a river.
yeah. So raising the foundation level up a couple inches to a couple feet is understandable if it's in a flood area. But if you are in a high burn risk area, raising that up makes absolutely no fucking sense. If I were the residents of the Palisades, I would 100% file an injunction on it and challenge them on the rulings. That's what I would do. Okay, so now Democrats are using ideas from the Confederacy like it's new. I ain't seen this one.
Democrats are literally using ideas from the Confederacy.
What if we literally just split the country in half? One country goes full blue and the other goes full red.
Yeah, the Democrats already tried that once, in December of 1860. You Democrats had the exact same idea back then. And you're actually doing it for the same reason the Confederates did, because a Republican that they didn't like got elected. In fact, back then it was the first Republican. And what was his big plan? Oh yeah, it was to take away your cheaper free labor, just like Donald Trump's doing. You're literally repeating the ideas of the Confederacy. You're talking about seceding from the Union because a Republican got elected and wants to take away your free or cheap labor. You're not just taking ideas from the Confederacy. You are replicating them word for word. Like, you are doing exactly what they did. And the sad part is, you think that makes you the good people. Don't worry. I think the people in the Confederacy thought the same way. They thought they were the good people. They thought they were doing right for their fellow citizens, just like you do, and I think that's adorable.
Oh, man. Well, just a question. The competency skills test on people who speak things like that. Like, just divide the half. Just divide the country half. One side red, one side blue. Like, make all land on one side red, all land on the other side blue. We'll be happy. No, you won't. You won't. You won't ever be happy with that. I swear, some of the creators that political parties pay to speak nonsense like that, do y'all agree they should be able to take a competency test before spouting the nonsense?
I believe
yeah.
I believe that everybody should go through a goddamn psychological evaluation before they even vote.
I agree. Oh man. All right, here we go again. Well, the UK not even being able to display their own flag is actually hilarious. Have y'all been hearing about that?
No.
No.
I'm going to be honest. I think it's hilarious that the people in the UK aren't even allowed to display the flag of the UK anymore. What did you think was going to happen? You wanted so bad to be morally better than the United States. You made fun of the fact that we wouldn't allow in massive amounts of illegal immigration. You dedicated yourselves to being able to do that. That there was nobody you were going to turn away. And then the third world showed up at your doorstep. And you let them in. So they kept coming. And now, on your tiny little island that used to be one of the greatest empires in the world, you can't even display your own fucking nation's flag. You can't show the Union Jack. You can't show the St. George's flag. And when you put it up in town, it gets taken down. Again, what the fuck did you think was going to happen? Did you think you were going to remain British? Did you think you were going to import the third world in massive amounts to a tiny little island? And you were just going to stay England? You were just going to stay the United Kingdom? No, you are the people you bring in. And look at the people you're bringing in. People who aren't interested in assimilating. People who aren't interested in becoming British. In fact, you're bringing in people who the idea of becoming British is an anathema to their way of life. And you thought that was going to work out. Yeah, I have zero fucking sympathy for you. You repeatedly elected people that allowed this to happen. Not even just allowed this to happen. You repeatedly elected people that said they were going to do this. And you voted for them because you thought it made you morally better to do so. I'm sorry, UK, but take your medicine and enjoy being a Muslim caliphate.
Yeah, I heard about that one. Yeah, it's and I'm sorry to say this to anybody who's listening, but the
their Prime Minister Keir Starmer is the main culprit behind it all. By the way.
Yeah, the Muslim religion literally says that they have the right to take any woman and enslave them.
That is that is Sharia law.
Yeah, it is literally in their religion.
Mm-hmm.
They have no care in the world about anybody else in this world. All they care about is enslaving women, breeding them so that they can have more of their own kind.
There was a I forget what his position was, but he said we won't invade the West through sheer force. We'll invade through genetics. We'll invade by impregnating the Western women. Might not be verbatim of what he said, but it's a syntax of what he said.
I actually have several videos on my Discord that about Muslim leaders literally sitting down in mosques and everything and sitting there saying all this stuff in plain English in front of everybody.
Right.
Yeah. No. The UK, their issue is they did this to themselves, and they won't ask for help in rooting out the issues because they're too prideful in doing so. And the main thing is, I'm pretty sure that they can't ask for help because they're the biggest proponents on the whole UN bullshit. So if they ask for help with getting, rid of, let's call it what it is, a fucking invasion, an assimilated invasion, they're going to look like the biggest fucking hypocrites in the goddamn world.
The UK is going to be the one that's going to end up crashing anyways, because they're the easiest to actually actually do this with, because they're a lot closer for those people to actually get into their country.
Their citizens can't own firearms for their defense. Their citizens can't even own knives to protect themselves from hand to hand. If they criticize their government, they're arrested. And in order to watch anything on the television, they have to have a fucking TV license. Explain that one to me! A fucking television license. Even if it's not on. Explain that one to me. I'm sorry, but if I want to watch television in the comfort of my home, I'm going to fucking watch it in the comfort of my home without paying a fucking tax on it. But yet they're like, oh well, everything's so fine over there. Really? Your stabbings are through the roof. Your rapes are through the fucking roof. Your police can't even do anything. What are they gonna do? You beat me to death? Oh, I know. You show up. Go ahead. Use your fucking batons over here in the hoods in the U.S. You're gonna get murdered. Like, bro, it's so much of a fucking joke on their enforcement procedures. The thing that I keep seeing on, like, with Facebook rules of the police intervening is they'll come out with batons. What happens when if you come out with somebody a baton to somebody and they know what the fuck they're doing to where they can disarm you or break your arm while you're standing, or are capable of hand to hand? You're gonna be out of your fucking element. All right, California logic.
Californians, have you already forgot about Prop 36? You know, that ballot measure you voted on in 2024 that you overwhelmingly voted that you wanted? You only ask because that hasn't been implemented yet, even though you voted on it. Because Gavin Newsom said they can't afford the $250 million price tag. But you're about to have a special election that they say is going to cost $250 million. So I just thought it was kind of wild that you guys could overwhelmingly vote for something and then it not be done because California doesn't have the $250 million for it. But then because Gavin Newsom wants something to talk about on Twitter, now you have the $250 million for that? And you guys are just going to go along with this. You're okay with your state telling you, we don't have $250 million for the thing you actually voted for, but we have $250 million for something the governor wants. Like California, or at least people of California, please know, I don't think you're stupid. But I do think the idea of voting for something and not getting it because you can't afford it, or at least the state says you can't afford it, but then having something you didn't vote for but the governor wants that costs the same amount of money be funded, I think that's stupid. Now, if you don't agree with me on that, then you're stupid.
All right, what the
Oh, we
actual
don't have the
fuck is
250.
California doing?
We have the 250 mil. Where the fuck did the 250 million come from?
Exactly. What the hell?
Like, they voted for it. We don't have it. Special elections. Oh, we have it. Something along the lines of when they voted for it to the special elections now, they found $250 million. I don't know about you, but that's quite a big chunk of change.
How about they use that big chunk of change to pay off the freaking debt that the states have?
Yeah, that's close to $1 trillion.
Every cent counts.
It's true. This jackwagon.
California Governor Gavin Newsom just announced that he's releasing files on Donald Trump that will ruin his political career.
So, Harry, let me see if I got this right. You are telling me the Democrat Gavin Newsom this entire time has had documents that would ruin the political career of Donald Trump, and he's kept them secret until now. Harry, let's be real. There's not even any way that you believe that. Because the level of stupid that someone would have to be to believe that Gavin Newsom had information that would ruin the career of Donald Trump, and he just said, not going to show it. Like, not when he was running for president the first time, not when he won the first time, not when he ran for president the second time, not when he ran for president the third time, not even when all the polls showed him ahead of Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom had these files that could have ruined his career. You're telling us that Gavin Newsom just sat on them. Just said, you know what, I could release this, ruin his career, Kamala Harris wins, Democrats have the presidency. But no, he said, you know, I'm going to save it. Like I said, Harry, even you don't believe that.
If he had, he would already probably brought it forth. But he's a fucking moron that doesn't even know half the shit he says.
That's the man that's trying to ruin 12-year-olds in California.
Yep. He was lieutenant governor of California from 2011 to 2019. And he's a former businessman, i.e. con man, that now runs California. And has put the notion of going for the presidency of the United States. And I'm like, you were out your fucking mind. I will say this, though. In 3 years, it's going to be very interesting who the candidates are. For once, can we stop having 65-plus-year-old individuals on both sides run for presidency? Please. I'm tired of those who need life alert if they've fallen and can't get up to run for president. Don't get me wrong, I voted for Trump due to some of the things that his political campaign was going on. And the other caveat is I was not having that corrupt bitch of Kamala Harris ever be president of the United States. Oh, we already talked about this, but this is the shit I was talking about. Dude made the left turn here.
Wrong place for a U-turn.
You see that little sign right there? That sign.
U-turn, bro. What the heck you doing?
It says no U-turn. No U-turn sign here. There's a no U-turn sign right over fucking there. Fuck's sake, dude. Just arrest him for, one, putting the public in danger, and two, impeding traffic. I'm not clicking that one. Let's go here.
It must be one of those weird long distance truckers that's going from like Canada to the States.
No. It's not. All right, this is the exact moment.
If you ask me though, every one that comes into this country should never ever or into the United States should never ever be allowed to have a license for one of them.
Yeah, because that is essentially a fucking moving building that you're driving.
It's the fact that they don't know our laws of the road, none of that stuff properly.
This is the exact moment CNN forever bans Jillian Michaels. She'll never be allowed on their airways again after saying what they didn't want you to hear. This was from August 13th. Listen closely as to who brings up the topic of race first.
He's gone into the Smithsonian, and he's effectively now has some random person deciding what is appropriate for the Smithsonian to teach in terms of American history, things that don't offend parts of the MAGA base, right? So we're now literally reviewing parts of American history and parts of American culture to make sure it comports with dear leader and what the MAGA
Can we
organization
address
wants.
some of those things that are in there? Because have you looked at some of the things that are being reviewed?
Slavery was a bad thing that was to talk about.
Okay.
Lady on the left or lady on the right? Who brought up race first? Who brought up slavery first?
He did.
Lady on the left. This is Jillian Michaels. Listen to the rest.
Okay.
Like
he's not whitewashing slavery. So
he's not?
He's not. No.
Okay.
He's not. And you cannot tie imperialism and racism and slavery to just one race, which is pretty much what every single exhibit does. But let's talk about the fact that when you look at let's talk about the fact
slavery in America was.
Do you realize that only less than 2% of white Americans owned slaves?
But it was a system of white supremacy.
You realize that slavery is thousands of years old?
White people were
Do you know
the slave
who
owners.
was the first race to try to end slavery? Well, what's controversial?
I'm very surprised.
This is an extraordinary exercise in historical revisionism.
I'm really surprised.
Do you realize that
Jillian, I'm surprised that you're trying to litigate who was the beneficiary of slavery and who was not.
What I'm trying to tell you is
that in the context of American history. Okay. In the context of American history, what are you saying is incorrect by saying that it was white people oppressing black people?
Every single thing is like, oh, no, this is all because white people bad. And that's just not the truth. Like, for example, every single exhibit, I have a list of every single one. Like, people migrated from Cuba because white people bad. Not because of Castro. Yes, no, it's in there. That's what I'm saying. You don't actually know what's in there. Do you know that when you walk in the front door, the first thing you see is the gay flag?
Jillian, you have a lot of stuff in front of
Yeah, I
you.
do,
What
because I don't,
exactly
because here's the thing.
are you talking about?
Okay, I'll give you an example.
Yeah, please.
There's one called Change Your Game, right? This has been an installation there. Is gender testing fair in sports? Does that, and then it goes on to talk about how it's complex to do gender testing in sports. It's not complex. It's basic science. That's untrue. It's XX chromosome, XY chromosome. That's sports. Is it fair to have biological men competing against biological women in sports? No. But why is this in the Smithsonian? So it's been completely captured.
First of all, I don't.
And it's totally partisan.
We don't. First of all, we don't have time to litigate all of this.
Of course we don't, because then you're going to lose the argument. If everything is racialized, just like you're trying to do to me now.
Excuse me.
It's like, I can't believe you're trying to suggest, that slavery
just to be
is a good
clear,
thing.
You brought up race.
No,
this was a conversation about the arts, and you brought up race.
You try to put the blame on her, saying she brought up race when she really didn't.
It isn't.
You brought up,
but the whole point of this is that the issue
you brought up slavery, and you brought up the question of whether. You brought up the question of whether or not slavery in the United States is about race. The answer is yes.
I did not
say in the United States
don't
is
straw man
about
my argument,
race.
because that's not what I said.
So what are you
brought
talking
up
about?
Slavery, and what I was talking about is that this isn't really about that. When you make every single exhibit about white imperialism when it isn't relevant at all, that is a problem. So when you're talking about Cubans leaving Cuba and you make it about white people bad, that's not accurate.
Can I just say something?
That's my point.
All right, we're going to move on from that.
They know they can't control her, and that's why they banned her. Because anytime you have a corporation like CNN or MSNBC or hell, even ABC, and yes, I mentioned the fucking Mouse's #1 news fucking program. Fuck you, bitch ass Disney. Anyways, when you got somebody who you can't control with a narrative, it shows that they have to just straight up ban you. That's why I 100% would deny any invitation, because I know they would try to control what I say, and there's no fucking way that I would ever be controlled. Especially on the notion of Obama. But when somebody brings up one controversial topic and she's trying to actually destroy that controversial topic, you see how, like, oh, well, you brought up slavery. No, the fuck she did. That other lady brought up slavery. It's the fact that people, especially deep core-rooted liberals, like those on CNN, don't like hearing. What song was it that Tom said this? There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate.
Oh, yeah.
That's speech that they hate. It's not hate speech. It's speech that they hate. The next one.
Fuck, I should know that one.
I hope this lady files a lawsuit against Jasmine Crocker. We have a First Amendment here in the U.S. to actually voice our disconcern towards our political quote-unquote representatives.
Get off me! Get off me!
And him putting his hands on her, that's assault. She claims that she's Texan. She's actually from Maryland. And I'm glad her seat's gone.
Stay at my granny's house. She was one of my favorite people in the entire world.
Jasmine! The people of Dallas deserve better than a fake ghetto hood rat! Don't touch me. Get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here. Get her off me. Get off me. Get out. Get off me. I'm not. I'm standing still. Get her off me first. Yes, she is. I'm standing still. Do your people know you're a spoiled rich kid from Missouri? Get it! Get it! Get it! Fuck you! Fuck you!
I can tell you, I've confronted a couple of political figures within my county that wanted to do speeches and stuff at schools that I was working construction, like doing construction projects for in the past. And let's just say they left very fast after saying some disparaging remarks towards vets. Especially one by the name of Al Green. This is actually a good question. Why people braiding their hair is appropriating black culture, or straightening your hair appropriating white culture? Or what about, eating fried chicken or eating watermelon or anything that's like, oh, that's black culture? No, it's just doing what you want to do. I am sick and tired of people like, oh, you're appropriating this culture. No, bitch, I'm just doing what I want to fucking do. Like, what's something that over in Canada people get a lot of flack from on being accused of appropriating cultures?
Well, I mean, I've heard of some stuff with the braids in the hair. When originally it was not black community that actually started the whole braids in the hair thing. It was actually the Dutch. That's why it's called Dutch braid.
Yep. Oh man, I think this is oh, here we got Gavin Newsom talking out of his ass. Just listen.
Should start with Shreveport,
there is
Louisiana.
One other thing too. There was recently, about 3 months ago, a guy in our news that was beaten to within a couple inches of his life by a bunch of black guys, all because he was sitting there rapping to a song that actually had the N word in it.
Yeah, that's honestly, if they don't want it spoken, just stop speaking it. It's that fucking simple. If you don't like that word being said by other people, you yourself should stop saying it. And that's in every context of language, from speech to music. But no, here we got Conman Newsom.
In Speaker Johnson's district that has 6+ times the per capita murder rate of Nancy Pelosi, San Francisco. What about the carnage, Mr. President, in Shreveport? Why aren't you protecting the folks there? 8 of the top 10 murder states in this country, red states. What bullshit. And everyone knows it. Everybody knows it.
8 of the top 10 murder states in this country are red states. Okay, based on the most recent 2024-2025 crime data from the FBI and other sources, here are the top 10 U.S. cities with the highest violent crime rates, along with the political affiliation of their mayors. Democrat, 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 Dem, 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 and Republican. Okay, let's go up the list. Memphis, Tennessee, Detroit, Missouri, Detroit, Michigan, St. Louis, Missouri, Baltimore, Maryland, Cleveland, Ohio, Kansas City, Missouri, Little Rock, Arkansas, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Stockton, California. Oh, there's one. New Orleans, Louisiana, Oakland, California. Oh, there's another. Minneapolis, Minnesota, Birmingham, Alabama, Houston, Texas. I'm very well aware of that. Atlanta, Georgia, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Illinois, Albuquerque, New Mexico, and then Tulsa, Oklahoma, the only Republican-led city within the top 20. Because of the policies and the fucking laws that are passed that really kind of aid to the crimes. And there's very little of what the task forces can do in certain areas too. Oh, I gotta slow this. I gotta slow the playback speed to 0.75. A master debater at work.
First, I'll give you £1,000 right now if you could tell me the U.S. citizen that was deported under Donald Trump. You said that twice. Yeah, the U.S. citizen that was deported under Donald Trump. Can anyone tell me? £1,000. I'll give it to you right now. Yeah, name? Wrong, not a U.S. citizen. Citizen El Salvador. Anyone else? U.S. citizen deported under Trump. Nope, that was a lie. You should know better than that. You go to Oxford, so that is a correction. Number two, can you tell me when it comes to Charlottesville, something that you said when Donald Trump said that there were people on both sides? He was actually talking about the statue debate, not what you said. So that's a hoax. That's line number two. Oh, yeah, you said that somebody over here said something about Pete Hegseth being nothing more than a TV host. You should also mention that he was a service member of the military. Nope. Sorry, I'm going to talk uninterruptedly. Thank you. Service member and was a decorated war hero. Funny you didn't mention that. Oh, yes, January 6th came up multiple times from, you tried your best, but from you and from the opposition. It's not an insurrection. You've called them all rioters. It's funny. A small percentage of the people that were actually there on January 6th did anything violently. The vast majority walked into the Capitol building after they were invited. Also, back to your point, I certainly hope Reform and AFD wins. So I hope that it's not to teach Trump a lesson that he goes too far. We'll get to that in a second. Finally, the Donald Duck, really, like, what was that all about? What is this jar? I have no idea what you're talking about in the back of the room. It's like, it's completely lost on me. So I don't know what that's all about. Also, on the Canadian border, the professor failed to mention that the Canadian border was closed. President Trump said fentanyl and the amount of terrorists that are coming across the Canadian border, of which the most terrorists that come into America come across the Canadian border on the terrorist watch list. You did not mention that. And finally, Professor, you never heard of it in South Africa. Interesting. You never heard of that. The fact that a major political party in South Africa says, quote, kill the Boers, kill the Boers. I would expect more of somebody who wrote a dissertation and teaches here at Oxford to say that you would not know about the attempted slaughter and genocide of white South Africans. Okay, now on to, I'm sure there's lots of POIs, and I will talk uninterrupted. Now to my remarks, but actually, is that all of it? Let me see here. Yeah, that's just a taste. Hello, everybody. It's great to be here tonight. Thank you to the Oxford Union for inviting me.
Charlie Kirk, ladies and gentlemen. And I had to slow that to 0.75 because if I go normal speed,
I'll give you £1,000 right now if you could tell me the U.S. citizen that was deported under Donald Trump. You said that twice.
Just 1,000 miles an hour. And here's the thing. Every fucking thing that he said is a counterpoint to what other people said towards him about a vast majority of topics. Like where he called out the professor on not speaking about the political party in South Africa wanting to go and basically go on a genocidal killing of South African white farmers. What he's referring to kill the Boers as. Or where we have those on the most wanted and terrorist watch list circumventing the border from the southern to the northern, coming across Canada, where they are actually caught. And it's extremely hard to see who it is if there's no shared data. So I wish RCMP would actually have that shared data from the CIA, FBI, DHS, and DOD as well.
Recent was ex-Olympian Ryan Wedding.
Oh, really? Oof. That's big. That's big.
Yeah, he was one of the kingpins that was smuggling the drugs from Canada to the States.
I hope that entire organization gets shut down because it needs to be. All right. Cash Patel says that they found a locker room in the FBI's Hoover building with 7 burn bags and hard drives with material on Russiagate. Folks like Page, Strzok, Comey, McKay, the names were strewn all over these materials.
Sean, I was blown away, but sadly, it's come to be expected in this town when corrupt bureaucrats weaponize and destroy law enforcement like predecessors of mine did at the FBI. And thankfully, Donald Trump's mandate and election victory was for transparency and accountability. Sean, just think about this for a second. Not only did we expose the Russiagate hoax with the greats like Devin and Trey and Johnny Ratcliffe when we were back there in the House Intel Committee excavating and exposing the FISA abuses, the corruption of political parties, and the lies to a federal court just to illegally surveil a presidential candidate. I come in then years later, nearly a decade as a director of the FBI, thinking we uncovered most of it. But sadly, we found a room locked away in the Hoover building that contained burn bags. And just for your audience, Sean, a burn bag is a government bag that is specifically created to destroy classified evidence and shred and burn it, hence the name burn bag.
He's not talking out of his ass on there. That is 100% true, especially with extremely highly sensitive materials that cannot be stored because of their damaging nature. And I speak on experience from this with what my past security clearances were in the military and what we had to get rid of.
We didn't find one, we found 7. That wasn't the only thing we found in there. We found hard drives from our predecessors and prior FBI leadership. And folks like Page, Strzok, Comey, McCabe, Comey, the list goes on from Russiagate. The names were strewn all over these materials. Now, as our great Attorney General just told you, we can't deny or confirm what we're looking at, but what we can discuss is what we've publicly disclosed. And these documents have been publicly disclosed because the greatest way to educate and bring along the American public for transparency, initiative, and accountability under President Trump is to give them the documents. And step 1 is by cleaning house inside the walls of Hoover.
I'm going to laugh when it all goes back to Soros. I'm going to laugh my ass off when it all goes back to George Soros.
Explain to us Canadians who's that.
I know who he is.
He is the richest and one of the most evil persons in the entire world. And he's a Holocaust survivor. He funds radical movements. Oh, do you have any proof? Yeah, Antifa. All right, listen up, California voters. Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco is running for California governor to replace Gavin Newsom. Stroke of a pen, one day, on day 1, a minimum of 220 will be removed from a gallon of gas. Then a second signature will be allowing California companies to drill for oil. California has more oil than Texas, more oil than Texas. Get that through your head. That's an absolute fact. It has been kept to us and lied to us for decades. We import, we're the largest state in the country, 42 million plus. We are the biggest consumer of gasoline, and we import 80% of our gas and oil from other countries. We make other countries rich at your expense. That ends on day 1 with me as your governor. 2 things he's actually incorrect about. The oil part, for one, because where I live, we have the most refineries in the entire U.S. I can just drive 3 hours east, and I hit some of the biggest refineries within the nation. 2, not the largest land mass wise. And they're not the largest population wise. I do not. 39.4 million for California. Okay, so he does have the correct data for California over Texas for population. Texas has 31.29 million. And Texas produces more crude oil, significantly more than California. We hold 20 billion, with the B, an estimated 20 billion barrels of crude oil reserves, compared to California's much smaller contribution to national production. Honestly, I would like to see California be able to open up and drill so that their gas prices could drop, because they're paying well over $5 a gallon, which is egregious, and they could actually do something about their fucking economy.
Gas is the #1 driver. Stroke of a pen on day one, a minimum of $2.20 will be removed from a gallon of gas. And then the second signature will be allowing California companies to drill for oil. California has more oil than Texas.
And I've already destroyed that. You do not. Maybe more oil pockets in small quantities, but not in total mass.
More oil than Texas. Get that through your head. That is an absolute fact. It has been kept to us and lied to us for decades. We import, we're the largest state in the country, 42 million people plus. We are the biggest consumer of gasoline, of oil, and we import 80% of our gas and oil from other countries.
Yeah, sorry, no. A couple things you were incorrect on there, Sheriff, but I do agree with it, what he said. We need to, they need to start drilling. All right, Judge Jeanine Pirro. She went nuclear on somebody who decided to say some outlandish bullshit. Just watch and listen. This is gold.
Oh, stop it. We are putting all kinds of resources onto the street.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Press release hailing the drop in crime rates at the end of it. What changed?
It's never enough. This changed. This changed. It's never enough. You tell these families crime has dropped. You tell the mother of the intern who was shot going out from McDonald's near the Washington Convention Center, oh, crime is down. You tell the kid who was just beat the hell and back with a severe concussion and a broken nose, crime is down. No, that falls on deaf ears. And my ears are deaf to that. And that's why I fight the fight. Thank you.
Crime is down. Not in D.C.
Attorney General Pam Bondi met with Washington, D.C.
Not in D.C. Crime is fucking rampant, and that's why they had to mobilize the National Guard to get it under control. It's not the protests, it's not the riots, it's literal rampant crime. I mean, shit, if y'all watch the news, I'm pretty sure you've seen it in other news in the world. National Guard has been deployed in D.C. When crime is down, then things are going to get a lot worse. Even whenever it's up, things are going to get exponentially worse. Crime, if the only way you get crime to go down, drastic measures. Find out where the drug distribution centers are. Find out where they're making them. Take out the fucking narco terrorists that are flooding our streets with with fentanyl and cocaine and everything else. Weed's a whole different story because it's a natural herb. Do I use it? No. Do I know its effects of it? Yes. Oh, that one's stupid. Not even gonna talk about that. So South Park did all right. South Park did a bit with Charlie Kirk, and the left's triggered that he's not triggered.
I love that Charlie Kirk is trying so hard to be in on the
laughed at
joke in this
Yeah, he left his ass off at it.
South Park episode. I don't think you understand what this is. This is not a friendly roast between friends. They are making fun of you because you are a hack, morally contemptuous loser. It's very much giving like this meme. No.
Charlie Kirk is not at all upset about the South Park episode. Not even a little bit. He thought it was so funny that he's selling this super cool master debater shirt on his website because the show's so cool and he's cool and it's so funny. He thinks South Park is so funny and he's so funny too, and he's so glad that he was in on the joke the whole time.
So who's going to be the one to tell Charlie Kirk that we're laughing at him, not with him? Because for the last day, he's making it seem like he's in on the joke. Charlie, you are the joke.
And that's why
so
he's laughing.
Charlie Kirk is so deeply upset by the fact that South Park made fun of him last night in their new episode that he spent so much time talking about it on his new podcast. He tried to pretend like he thought it was so funny and that it was such an honor to be made fun of by South Park. He even made his new profile picture his South Park character. But the reality is they weren't just laughing with him, they were laughing at him.
The South Park is going...
It just gets cringier and cringier and cringier. Like, I didn't know that somebody could actually have the voice of soy until this dude spoke. I'm sorry, but if South Park's making fun of you, you've made it. You fucking made it. And if he's laughing at them for making fun of him, who fucking cares? Like, if they made an episode and fucking made fun of me, I'm like, all right. And? People make fun of me all the time. They don't know me well enough, though. And he even laughed about it. Like, who the fuck cares? Hell, liberals are so fucking easily offended, man. All right. Following the Lebanese government unanimously voting to disarm Hezbollah Islamists. Notice it just says Islamists. Does not mention a specific group of Islamists are in the streets threatening to suicide bombings. Islamists are the greatest threat to the world peace.
احنا بنفشل حالنا، احنا استشهادية، احنا بسلاحنا صاحب شرف. هيهات من نزلنا، هيهات من نزلنا، هيهات من نزلنا، هيهات من نزلنا، هيهات.
Ayatollah. Oh, and if y'all are curious what they're chanting, they're chanting jihad. Jihad. I'm sorry. No. Kill them all. If you're threatening jihad, you're a walking target. Kill them all. Oh, but that's insensitive and more. Why would you target a specific race? I'm not targeting a specific race. I'm targeting radicals who want to cause a holy war. And the easiest way to stop a holy war is to kill the fucking radicals. Sorry. Not sorry. Damn. What's y'all's take on that one?
Not much you can do really, but because of our governments, they step in there and they stop us from doing what we should be doing.
Yep. This was earlier in the month. To speed you up, they give the down and dirty things. Texas was doing a redistricting map. People call it gerrymandering, but there's an issue with that. Democrats had an issue. They fucking fled to another state, and they broke quorum. Quorum is actually a civil arrestable offense here in the state of Texas. And under threat of arrest, they came back, quorum was held, and things were passed. Congratulations, I just sped you up on that. Now.
Yeah, I absolutely love this tweet from Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. He said, Republicans have tossed the rule book out. Here in Illinois, we will do whatever it takes to preserve democracy. Yeah, bro, we noticed. So I guess this is what preserving democracy looks like? Having the most gerrymandered state in our nation's history? Guys, look, if you're going to complain about the redistricting in Texas, I just wanted to show you this.
Yeah, we're not the only ones to do that. Other states have done it to either fill or eliminate seats. So we're not the only one. It's just an issue when Republicans do it. It's not an issue when Democrats do it.
This is what Democrat states have done in just 2021. Now, this one was in 2011, but Maryland redrew its 6th district to flip it Democrat, securing a 7-1 seat advantage. And then Illinois eliminated 2 GOP seats, created 1 Democrat seat.
Yeah, it's only an issue when Republicans do it, not an issue when Democrats do it. How about this? It's a fucking issue when both sides do it. There, I just solved your bickering. You know, it's kind of ironic where people who vote for the representatives who have their counties be either red or blue kind of don't have their votes heard. I'm just saying. Oh, yeah. This is what I spoke about earlier with the Democrats leaving, blah, 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 blah. This was from the 7th. And I did not see this whatsoever.
Today, the Department of Justice and State Department are announcing a historic $50 million reward for information leading to the arrest of Nicolas Maduro. Maduro uses foreign terrorist organizations like TDA, Sinaloa, and Cartel of the Suns to bring deadly drugs and violence into our country. To date, the DEA has seized 30 tons of cocaine linked to Maduro and his associates, with nearly 7 tons linked to Maduro himself, which represents a primary source of income for the deadly cartels based in Venezuela and Mexico. Cocaine is often laced with fentanyl, resulting in the loss and destruction of countless American lives. The DOJ has seized over $700 million of Maduro-linked assets, including 2 private jets, 9 vehicles, and more. Yet Maduro's reign of terror continues. He is one of the largest narco-traffickers in the world and a threat to our national security. Therefore, we've doubled his reward to $50 million. Under President Trump's leadership, Maduro will not escape justice, and he will be held accountable for his despicable crimes. If you have any information to bring this criminal to justice, call 1-202-307-4228 or go online.
That's a hell of a reward. Oh yeah, we're gonna give you the but the reward money will be tax guaranteed. Anyways, the fact that somebody's been able to elude a country that has surveillance all over the fucking world is pretty goddamn impressive. Like, oh, that's pretty fucking impressive. Is he trying to do the Bin Laden tactic? Go through cave networks? Maybe start there. Oh. This is by far one of the biggest travesties I've ever seen any restaurant chain do. Old logo, new logo. and the renovations look absolutely like shit.
I saw something on the internet. Dude said he ate in a remodeled Cracker Barrel and he hated it. And I want to join in on the hate. If the Cracker Barrel don't look like the Jim Crow South, I can't eat there. You got to have the racism aesthetic. You got to have the rocking chairs and the hint of segregation in the air. If I don't feel like I'm on the set of Sinners, then how do I know I'm in a Cracker Barrel? This is a gentrified Cracker Barrel. They done took all the character out of it, and I know the edges of the pancake ain't burnt. I gotta feel like somebody wants to say, "Good morning, boy," when I go in, with respect. And no respect at all. I feel like they want me to work there, but they don't want to pay me ever, and I've got to live there. That's Cracker Barrel's thing. If you take that away, what is it? A Denny's, a IHOP, a place I don't want to be at.
I gotta ask this question. I think I probably know the answer. What if all the customers are coming at you hard enough about the look of the restaurant and they want to go back to the old way? Would you do it?
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite. I actually happened to be in Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together and every other year.
I would love to have sat in on that meeting.
And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So because the feedback and the buzz is so good, not only from our customers, but from our team members. They want to work in a wonderful restaurant. So we're doing everything for our guests and our team members.
Well, Julie Messino, it's wonderful to have you here.
Pleasure to be here.
Thank you for answering those questions.
Yeah, no. Okay. So you remember how it was the whole UK thing a little bit ago?
Good morning, guys.
My name's John Harris. I'm an enforcement agent. I work for Moons PLC. I'm here on behalf of London Borough of Croydon, just to make you aware of everybody will be.
Yeah, I know you're a little traitor, moron wanker.
My intention is
short moron government bitch.
Your protection of mine can be used in evidence.
Yeah. The courts are going down. You're going down. And you're going on YouTube, Facebook, Telegram. You're going to be made famous as a little traitor midget Gestapo cunt that you are.
Have a letter, madam.
Yeah. Have it up your ass, cunt. You're going to prison soon. And you're going to be famous in about 2 minutes when I put this on Telegram. There's a group against. I'm going to take you all to court for harassing people through getting money through menaces. So I hope you won't sleep at night again, you cunts, because you won't be soon, because you're all going to prison, you little fat midget. Fuck off! Go and get a proper job and stop harassing people, you cunts. You're going to get it. You're going to get your day in hell. You better start praying to God, you little bitch.
That's equivalent to this.
To people who claim to be federal agents unless they can. Hey, how can I help you?
They don't have the rights like we do.
They sure as hell don't have the rights like we do.
Because they've been their government has been known to sit there and arrest political people who go against their political beliefs.
Yep, and the one thing I find absolutely laughable is when the chief of police or whoever the fuck it was over the UK saying they will extradite Americans for making comments against their government. I've been making comments against their government for years and they've not done a fucking thing. You want to know why they're not going to do a fucking thing? Because I'm going to laugh at the sheriffs when they show up to my property. I'm like, I have the First Amendment to say what I want about any political person so long it is not threatening or, in essence, defamation. I can say within full reverence that they're a bunch of fucking morons for doing what they're doing. And they can't do a goddamn thing.
I think it's orchestrated. Between all of our countries, it's orchestrated.
Oh, it is. It's 100%. 100% orchestrated. Now the next one, this is for my Vietnam vets that understand this. I could 100% give a shit less on what happens to this bitch. Whether she's killed in a car accident, shot in the fucking head, dies of cancer, even dies from Agent Orange herself. Bye. If you don't know who Jane Fonda is, just look up Hanoi Jane.
Wasn't she like some kind of a sex star at one point?
No. She is the reason why the Vietnam vets had the positions like attacked, because she was going overseas, basically speaking against those that were deployed there openly, and she would break bread with the enemy and be all buddy with everybody. That fucking bitch can just die for all I fucking care. I do not give a shit about her whatsoever. She can rot in hell. I don't fucking care. Every VFW that I've ever been to, and every single restroom that I've gone to, in the urinal, they have her face with the target so we can piss on her. That is how much hatred the veteran community, especially the Vietnam vets, have towards this bitch. We do not care about her whatsoever.
Yeah, I thought at one point she did porn at one point.
During the 1960s, Fonda engaged in political activism in support of the civil rights movement and in opposition to the Vietnam War. Fonda visits to France brought her into contact with leftist French intellectuals who were opposed to war, an experience that she later characterized as small communism. In the same year, in 1970, in the same year, Fonda spoke out against the war at a rally organized by Vietnam veterans against the war. Here we go. Sorry, but no. She could just fucking rot for all I care.
You know what I think? I think the government under Trump should actually get a certain amount of money together and get together a bunch of planes, trains, and all that other shit. And all these people that are saying they want communism or they want socialism and all this other stuff,
just send them. Just send them to the countries that have it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, we want Sharia law. We want this. We want to go to a fucking country that has it.
I guarantee you, a lot of these trans people, a lot of these gay people, if they want to go and be a Palestinian, I'd say send them over, because you know exactly what they do to those people over there?
Oh, I've mentioned this before, and they straight up said that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm like, okay. And every article that I sent them, like, oh, that's just propaganda. That's just propaganda. Like, okay, you go ahead and head over to Iran wearing what you're wearing right now, and I guarantee you're stoned to death.
No, there's been times where they get up onto the highest building that they can with you, and they'll drop you off the top of the highest fucking building they can find.
They throw those that are not heterosexual, i.e. straight, they throw them off of buildings while they have their hands and legs bound.
Yeah, and yet they'll literally drop you off the side of the building and watch you splat all over the side of the fucking sidewalk.
Yep. I laugh whenever I see gays for Palestine or gays for Sharia law and everything else. I'm like, while I understand you're trying to speak on something, you need to research on what you speak of.
And also when it comes to women over there, you think women over there are going to be able to speak up and be boisterous?
No, they like. So
They'll
if
beat you
people,
to with it.
if women here
They'll
in the
beat you within
U.S.,
the.
if women here in the U.S. think
Yeah, go ahead.
that their rights are violated, go over to the Middle East, mainly Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iran, or anywhere where there's any notion of like Islamic law, and you try to speak the way you're speaking here, they will cut your fucking tongue out.
They will literally beat you to within an inch of your life.
Sometimes beat them to death, too. So it ain't pretty. All right, this last topic that we're gonna cover, I'm gonna preface this by giving a disclaimer. This has this is a very, very serious topic. It is very triggering, especially for those who've gone through like to those who were lured in by pedophiles, because I refuse to say maps. Those who were groomed, those who were sexually abused, sexually assaulted, anything of that. This is your trigger warning now. I'm letting you know. It's a very sensitive topic. I personally could care less if it's a sensitive topic. It needs to be said. This is involving Roblox and the notion of what they are doing to protect the pedophiles on that game, in that platform. And before we even get into this, Destiny, the creator known as Destiny, you, sir, should be investigated because of the first item I'm going to play. And I'm going to tell you straightforward, you blue-haired fuck, if I am ever in a room with you, I'm going to beat you within an inch of your life for the clip I'm about to fucking play. So this is reference on severity here. You need to, 1, go get help. 2, never create content in a digital manner ever again.
What if you just because you molest a child doesn't make you a pedophile? That's not.
Yes, it does. Yes, it.
What if you just because you molest a child doesn't make you a pedophile? That's not.
Yes, it does. Yes.
Or fucking verbatim of what he said. Just because you molest a child, that doesn't make you a pedophile. Motherfucker, I will fucking eviscerate you. That fucking does. That 100% does. It also makes you a target for multiple different entities, too. As a father of 4, I'm going to tell you straightforward. You ever come near my children, God himself will not be able to intervene. And he tries to defend his argument further on. I'm sorry. There's no defense there. There's none. There's absolutely none. There seriously needs to be an investigation brought forth on you. And I'm talking about every digital device you have. I would be very curious as to the type of documents, videos, photos, paraphernalia you have hidden away on your secret drives if somebody was to actually hack into your machines. What type of person would they find?
I'm gonna quote my sister here. My sister's a paralegal in Tokyo City, and she once told me, she goes, a lot of these guys who are pedophiles and such, they need to have a fishing line tied around their penis and their balls, and then the other end tied to a bridge, and toss them over.
I agree.
And if, for anybody who wants to know, study gravity.
Not just study gravity, but study the durability of a single fishing line and how sharp that shit is.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna tell you now. If anybody ever looks up to that piece of shit after seeing that, you need to start questioning things, because that is unacceptable. Just no. I'm sorry. Just with what he said, that is utterly unacceptable. Just no.
The gravity, when gravity ends, that fishing line's going to literally cut all the way through.
Oh, I know it will.
You want to transition? There's one way.
Well, hopefully you'll live, before you have blood loss. Especially if you want to transition. I guarantee you won't.
Well, let me tell you though, when you hit that end, and it all gets cut off, you know damn well that you're not going to feel that pain yet.
And here's the thing: the fact that he said that, just because you molest a kid doesn't make you a pedophile, gives grounds to believe that he may have done that himself. Or
you know damn well he did.
Or he's a product of it, and he's doing it, as a coping mechanism, which is why I say he needs to be investigated. I'm sorry, but that right there, that line, what he said in a either Zoom meeting, team meeting, fucking Discord call, what have you, I hope the group that he was talking with called for his local area, his local law enforcement area, to have an investigator start digging deeper into his content, into everything that he has, all of his fucking files, all of his hard drives, every machine that he has, even his fucking phone, everything.
They haven't.
Oh, I know they haven't. I guarantee you that they haven't. But I hope that they have. Because you have somebody with that following. It's like Dr. Disrespect with the whole Twitch controversy. Release the messages, Doc. Then, we can make our own fucking determination that. But you said that you messaged somebody who was under the age of 18. And it was explicit. I'm sorry. That is under the age of consent in my book. I don't give a fuck on what their state is. If you are under the age to vote, you are under the age of consent.
And this is the reason why I brought up at the beginning there about my friend in California.
Yeah.
This is the reason why they're doing this. They're doing this so that they can have the right to do this to children.
Yep. All right. Got 3 things to discuss. 2 of them are with Chris Hansen.
You may have heard that my streaming crime network, True Blue, and I are investigating the exploitation of children on the popular gaming platform Roblox. Well, it's absolutely true, and we're deep into it. I've already interviewed law enforcement investigators and victims of this horrible activity. And we have some collaborators, some people who've been working in this space, including Schlepp, who have committed to help us in this endeavor. Will Roblox actually say anything about it? Will it make any changes? We're going to do our best to hold them accountable. Stay tuned we're working hard on this project.
And yes, I'm hoping people are held accountable for this one, because Schlepp was exposing those grooming kids, those that were, sexually exploiting children. I'm sorry, but no. There is nowhere in society for that whatsoever. And if you are ever caught, the most torturous of all punishments, your death. There is nowhere on this earth where you should ever be welcomed. But yet, there's a movement called MAPS, Minor Attracted Persons, because it's, the community guidelines friendly. I'll call you exactly what the fuck you are. You are a pedophile. And God forbid something happens to my kids, I will go dark. The only way in hell you'll know where to find me, just like the Punisher, the obituaries. Because I won't just stop with the person that harmed my kid. I will kill their entire fucking bloodline. And you have my word on that. I'm a dark, cold-hearted son of a bitch, especially when it comes to the safety and protection of my family. But if you don't involve my family, I'm the nicest individual you're ever gonna know. It's kind of funny, isn't it? It's a two-faced approach. Okay. Attorney General Liz Murrow. This is another experience that children can be exposed to on Roblox Public Bathroom Simulator. Here's why I'm suing Roblox. Roblox has and continues to facilitate distribution of child sexual abuse material and the sexual exploitation of Louisiana's children. Roblox fails to implement public safety controls to protect child users from predators, and more and more and more and more and more. It's an issue that many adults knew was going to happen. It's an issue that a lot of people understood it was just going to be a boiling point with things. It just got so bad that when you have a creator that is actively trying to get these predators and these creeps off the platform, and they then ban him and hit him with a cease and desist, I'm sorry. No, you need to answer. You need to answer for the crimes against the kids. Simple. It's extremely simple. And I meant what I said about Destiny. Let's see. What platform does he mainly stream on? Let's see. What does he stream to? I know he used to stream on Twitch. I don't know if he's on Rumble. But regardless. Just no. anyways, that's going to be it for me. I will be live tomorrow on all the platforms. Hopefully everything is going to be taken care of, and I'll see y'all there. Later.